Let's start with a few questions about your experience. First of all, why were you interested in attending the Republican or the Democratic National Convention?
I was interested in attending the Republican National Convention, one, because I felt this campaign season was going to be very interesting, and it has turned out to be, and also because it was in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. So I really was excited to see the different changes they had made, both in construction and just cleaning up the city in order to prepare for the event.
Summarize your experience in a few words, a brief statement. What would you say?
Well, for me, to just summarize my experience, so I learned a lot in the first week, just stuff that you wouldn't even really think of knowing about. Like we learned a bunch of different things with like different females that actually went into like politics, and you would think that like Hillary's the first one to get nominated by a major party, but there was like, we learned about several different ones that like different women, even from like the late 1800s, actually went in and actually tried to become president for different reasons.
Nick, what would you like to share with your fellow students?
Well, besides the networking points and taking a chance on something that you're very unfamiliar with, I would have to say that people should definitely, if you're a student, you should definitely be involved with public policy and current events. You should be reading the New York Times every day. You should be discovering different websites that have news like CNN. Try not to find too many websites that are biased. Try to stay on two sides of an issue, so you're very informed on both sides. And I would encourage everyone to definitely voice their opinion, either at the polls or just talking about public policy.
As the sponsor of this opportunity, I hoped that these students would come away with a greater understanding of how the convention's important parts of our democracy worked, and recognize the necessity of, as Nick mentioned a minute ago, registering to vote, and in this year, voting on November 8th.